Right, this is the latest eBay purchase, little Cobra 29. I've gone around, tightened the screws up, because they're always loose on radios. So what I found though is that this screw here and this screw here, which go through to the heatsink, which on the back of the board there, or on the top of the board, they're actually stripped. So I'm going to have to put some nuts on the other side so I can tighten those down to crimp it properly. It's already modified a little bit. It's got a talkback resistor in there, and as you can see from the front, it's got a modification of the delta tune, which means it's got a echo board in there, which is stuffed there like that. It's quite a big board. It's a bit ugly, but yeah, it's not actually bolted in, but it's well enough protected. It's a nice thick heat shrink, so I'm not too worried about that really. I might just bit of hot glue or something like that when I'm finished to secure it so it doesn't rattle around. That's probably what I have to do. But at the moment, well, I haven't got a power plugged in, but there's no audio, so I'm just going to have to look into that, and then I'll start another section of the video, and once I figure out what's going on. Right, so I think I've got to the bottom of this problem. The delta tune part is very dirty. The whole radio is filthy as usual. You know, even that's all dirty on there. It's all smudged and it's just dirty, and all the pots and the knobs are all filthy, and you know, people just don't clean shit anymore. Anyway, yeah, so that's what's causing the no audio problem, is that. So that's okay, that's simple. We'll just need to clean all the front panel controls, and that will resolve that. The channel selector is a little bit flickery. Try and show you. There's a couple of channels there where it's just, yeah, I'll put it back on dim, that'll show it a bit better. Channel selector's a little bit flickery in some channels. Yeah, so that's flickering in there, dirty. So I'm going to have to look at that as well and just see if I can, there you go. Yeah. So I'll see if I can give that a clean as well. But yeah, so at least the audio problem is identified. So now I can get on with that and see what's next. It's slightly off frequency. Okay, I've given all the front panel controls a clean, and actually the front panel as well is a bit unpleasant using it, so it's all a bit nicer to touch now because it's not filthy. I've given it a clean, and now it has audio 1, 2. It's not scratchy anymore. That's all good. That's all behaving. The it says on dim, so it makes it more sensitive. But doing the channel selector, it's all cleaned as well. So it was playing around there, especially. That's all good. So that's working properly now. Clean the switches, of course. I will be repurposing the channel line switch, of course, for the New Zealand conversion. But yeah, so far it actually seems to be working. I know it's receiving okay. Let's keep it on. I've got no speaker on it right now, but we're in channel 1. If I put it on, sorry if it'll help. There you go. So it's receiving. I haven't done any alignment work on it yet. I know it's off frequency slightly from the transmit frequency on my meter. So look, there you go. So yeah, slightly off frequency. Power output's quite good, and modulation's good, so it's looking quite promising. Looks like it's actually mostly working really. Just need a good cleanup. Right, next part. Well, I've got the New Zealand conversion in there now. Start doing the alignment. The original echo board, you can see it's wired straight to the back of the power socket. Alright, that's really bad, because it means when the radio's turned off, the echo board's still got power. So I'm going to remove that and wire that back up properly. Okay, I'm now ready to start doing the alignment stuff. So I'm on channel 1 on the lowest band, so it's New Zealand. Channel 1, you can just see there. Again, you may have seen other videos, I've got to adjust the VCO frequency so that it's within its normal lock range. So probe point right there, I've already got the negative clamped on the negative there. It's doing 4.7 or 4.8 volts. Let's feel that. Hey, that's better. So 4.8 volts is what it's actually doing. So I just need to tweak the VCO adjustment, which is right there, that one that's got the wax on it. It's always best to dig the wax out as much as you can so you don't end up cracking the slug when you're trying to adjust it. That's always a bit inconvenient. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, that's the wax dug out. Now I'm going to try adjusting it and get it down to about 3 volts, which is where it likes to work. That's what I found quite reliable. So if I set that at 3 volts on receive, see, I touch it, it's only moving a little bit, and there we go, 3.1 is close enough. Then we shall see how the other bands go. Okay, so that's on receive on channel 40 on the FCC band. When I transmit, the voltage will drop further. So there you go, 0.6, 1.6, and the transmitter is working. Before I come over here, there you go, transmits power, frequencies there, so that's all looking pretty good. The transmit frequency is slightly off, but I'll adjust that shortly. The actual main thing is the VCO is locking, and it will work, because that's quite an important step. It's not easy to do unless you check the voltages. Right, back onto the 4 alignment. Okay, I'm just going to mess around with this. So that is currently, I've got a peak reading kit in my bird, so I can do RMS, which is what I tend to do anyway. Right, so it's RMS power 1, 2. Right, so it's peaking quite nicely there. I also do have a PEP kit in here, so, or peak reading. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's doing, you know, easily 25 watts peak. So because I have a 25 watt slug in there and that's maxing, so cool. Right, so I've just done an RX alignment. Tuned all these cans here, so this one here, these ones down here, that one there, that one there, that one there, and there's also an IF adjustment here. Usually that's left alone from the factory. I just found that turned right up, so someone's played with that at some point. Usually what happens is these ones are peaked, that one's peaked, this one's peaked, and then that is back down to get the noise floor correct. So you get no signal movement and a fraction of noise. I think that's still a fraction high really for no signal, but I might tweak that. So I've done the alignment. This is on 26.5, 75% mod, minus 120 dBm, and you can just hear the signal there. So sensitivity on this radio is absolutely fine. That's doing okay. So I'm happy with that. I'll just do the signal meter setup and then do the other bits and pieces. Okay, that's set at minus 67 dBm, S9 setting, and it was not too bad. It was a fraction high before, so that's bang on. So that's ready to be done. Now I just need to do the transmit TX point on the meter. Let's have a look. Where's that setting? Oh, it's got a talkback on it, hasn't it? Let's just unplug that. I might change that talkback resistor. It sounds a bit loud. Okay, so look. Yeah, that's a bit high. I think I might adjust that down a bit. So this pot just here is the TX meter. So let's just back that down a bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's looking better. So let's see. So it should just be, it really should just be just above the grid because it is running slightly high power. So let's go slightly higher than that. There we go. Maybe a touch more. Do like it to be kind of accurate from what it's actually doing. So that's that bit done. So I've got to now adjust the squelch and things like that. So it squelches this one just here. Usually it's not an issue. It's just I usually set the squelch so it's around about a third of the way. It cuts in. I have to plug the speaker back into that. So right, we're getting there. Right, so I've changed those wires and no longer go straight to the back of the plug there, which is a stupid bloody place. Earthed it on there. There's already attachment there for the audio wiring, so I just stuck it onto that. And on the back of the switch, just there. There we go. Attach it straight to the back of the switch. So now that disables the audio echo board when the power is turned off the front of the radio. That's I don't know who the hell did that, but that was stupid. The other thing I did was the on the back here, say not keyed up before, the talkback was really loud. Someone put a really small value resistor in there, so it was a 55 ohm I've now replaced that with a 390 ohm, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's much quieter. It doesn't feed back now, but still enough to be able to hear. So yeah, that's that done. I believe I'm close to actually being finished with this thing. Everything seems to be working okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty good now. Remember I said that one of those screws on the heatsink was stripped, because I screw into the heatsink material. You can just see down there, hopefully, it's a nut. So I've put a nut on there. This one here I think is probably just okay. It feels a little bit weak. I feel like it's starting to strip. I think it's okay, so I've left that one alone. But I've put a nut on that one there, and I put some sealant on it so it doesn't come loose and fall around inside the case or anything. So that means that's nicely secured now. Before it's just stripped and just not really holding it. Right, so I've hooked up my wave generator to inject audio. So the AMC has been left turned all the way up. My Marconi says 107, 108% modulation, and you can hear that distortion. So if you listen, so turn it down, distortion's going away. Now, here we go. See? So if I turn it all the way down, we're doing 79%, no distortion from the talkback at all. Alright, let's turn it up. Here it's starting to distort 100%. So yes. So I'll leave that set there, 100%. And that's that done.